Right, it is May 17th, 2025, and we are fixing to start bondoing these cabinets. These are all actually in pretty good shape. There's not a lot that needs to be done. There's a little bit around the edges mostly. Honestly, I could probably just prime it and leave them, they'd be all right, but we're gonna do a little bit just to fill in spots like this, here and there and yonder. But honestly, the glaze coat would probably catch all that, but we're gonna be crazy about it. These two are ready. This is, what is this, Dolly Parton? Yes, and $6 Million Man. Elektra here needs a lot of work. About done with that. Just needs to dry. We may have to do some along the back edge here, but I don't know. And then this, I ran out of clamps. I still need to do this side. And then we need to plop them up on sawhorses and do whatever needs to be done on the top. But we're gonna start this process because I hate Bondo, and I'm gonna quit and not do it if I don't just bite the bullet and do it. But it is like 100 degrees outside and 100% humidity, and it just like changed overnight, so. Anyway. We got our Bondo. I actually had a brand new can, even though I just bought some. I suck at Bondo, so I'm not gonna give instructions. I'm just gonna go for it and show you the finished result. Did I mention how much I hate freaking Bondo? So these, like I said, are in pretty good shape. It's like it's good, and then it just turns into like, and you can't do anything with it, like this down here. A bunch left over, but then you're sitting there like, I have to sand this shit. It's impossible. Like, it's everywhere. And I have absolutely no formal training, so I probably don't know what the hell I'm doing, but it's okay. I'm gonna let this dry. So I'm at the point where I need clamps and Bondo time. I should have done the bottom here a little better, but it's all right. So, not too bad. Actually, I had a lot left over and got these corners done, and it just went from great to crap. And you're like, all you can do is waste it and start over. But I really need to get some clamps and finish clamping up these heads. Like, either tear this off or redo it, or glue it back down. Stuff like that, and then you can Bondo it. So to do that, I need to wait for these freaking clamps to dry, so. Anyway, onwards and upwards. All right, it is Monday, Memorial Day, May 26th. So, it's raining. Look, found this abandoned just a cabinet in some dude's house he bought from the city for $10,000 over in San Antonio. So, had this in the back glass. Seen better days, but it's all right. Got a reasonable deal. Part of the head was falling off. But anyway, so I went and I sanded all this stuff. Turned out pretty good. But I've been working on the heads, gluing them back together. We'll get to them sooner or later, but Bondo does good work, but sometimes it just doesn't get into all the cracks, like the nooks and crannies. So I gotta go over that again. It's just so freaking difficult to work with. For me, anyway, I hate it. So, I got too damn many things in here. What I did is I have this wood filler that I've had forever, and I used it on a virtual machine I made. So, I'm gonna try it. So I went around the Elektra cabinet here, and all this, we'll fix that in a later video, because that'll telegraph through your paint if you don't fix it. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna try this. We'll come back next weekend. We'll give it some time to dry. Sorry, it's raining, and it was starting to get in on everything, so I had to shut the garage because it's hot, but anywho, so we'll let that dry and we'll sand it and we'll see if it works. it's a lot easier to work with than the Bondo, and I don't know. We'll see if it works and if it has the same hardness and texture as Bondo. It's probably not good for filling in chunks of corners like this, but it might be good just for filling in all the little divots. So for me, it'll be a while. For you, it'll be right now. All right, well, it's June 1st, good Lord. I just sanded this down here, and it actually worked pretty good, the wood filler. It is hot AF today, holy crap. I missed this whole chunk here. I don't know how I missed that when I was doing that, but I gotta do that again. But that looks pretty smooth, or feels pretty smooth. There's a little divot. It's not as like buttery smooth as the Bondo is, but it definitely does the job. And we're gonna put a skim coat over it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I mean, the Bondo is hard to beat. That's definitely the way to go if you have the patience to deal with it. So I don't know. I think for the little holes like this, probably could use that wood filler, but big chunks like this, probably need Bondo. I'm probably gonna go over that again with the wood filler. So the next step is gonna be, I need to fill that. I need to fill this hole here. And I need to start working on the heads. All right, can't remember what I filmed and what I didn't, but got this cabinet all ready to go here. Got this bonded up. I need to make one little adjustment here. Oop, up under here. It's not quite deep enough to get the glass in, so do that. Some of these weren't too bad, but look here. This is one that most of the veneer came off, so I just kind of filled in all the cracks. We'll sand it down smooth, and then we'll go over it with drywall putty to completely smooth it out. This one and that one. So filled in a bunch of cracks here and there. They're not gonna look perfect, but they'll be pretty good. See here where I already sanded. I mean, it looks weird, but it's like, I can't even feel the separation there. Yeah. All right, so we'll let this dry, cure or whatever, and come back shortly for you, probably next weekend for me. All right, friends, it is June 7th, 2024, and we have sanded everything after going over it with Bondo and body filler, or wood filler, to sanded for 80, and then we done 120. So that's about as far as we're gonna go with this particular video. Holy crap. Anyway, so there is another step. You could either do like 220. Hell, you could just prime it here and call it good, but you could do 220 or whatever you want to do. But the problem is, it's not bad here, but these little cracks, can't even feel it, right? Like all this stuff feels perfectly smooth, but you paint over that, it'll suck in, you'll have this divot. So in the next video, I'll show you how to fill that in, and then we'll sand it. We'll fill it, we'll sand it to 120, and then we'll sand it to 220, and then we'll prime it. So let me know what you think. Let me know what I did wrong. Hey, keep it real, and we will see you in the next video, where we will clean up all this crap and all my shirts, and my nose, and my ears. Anyway, this, I'm just gonna call it good, because whatever. All right, keep it real. See you next time.